We grew up with the phrase, there's two sides to every story. And we know for the majority, more than 90%, come on, let's just be real with this year. And let's not play games. We know that when two people get into a conflict, or multiple people, often everyone involved played some role in making a situation a lot worse than it had to be. And we can get so caught on our soapbox and get so caught off in our ego that we just can't let it go at all. Just gotta be right about everything in that situation, no matter what it was. In those instances, you know you're wrong, so please get off of your high horse, get off your pedestal, and just accept it. Trust me, this is coming from someone like me, and that's hard. That don't mean you have to tell everybody. That means you just gotta come up off it, right? There's a few small instances that happens to all of us, where no matter how wonderful we are to someone, no matter how much of ourselves we give to that person, no matter how much we want to love and support that person, when his shoe is on the other foot, that person has a myriad of excuses as to why they can't come and support you. If you're dealing with that type of person right now, I don't tell anybody what to do, but I'm gonna tell you the consequences of things. Me personally, I cut them off now. If you're going to keep them in your life, number one, you have to be ready for the instability that comes with that person, meaning you don't know when they're going to have your back and when they aren't. And number two, you're going to have to accept the hurt that comes with that. That's just what that is. That right there can be the surface level stuff, what we'll call that. What I particularly get annoyed with are people who know they offend you, know they don't want anything to do with you, and know they've been caught. And they'll tiptoe around you, but they still want to be in your face. It took me many years to grasp that because it just didn't make sense to me. I'm like, you know that I've caught you being one-sided. You know that I know you're inherently selfish and worry about yourself. Why are you still coming around me? Then the light bulb went off many years ago for me. This is something that I set back and I suppressed it, but I get it now. Let this sink in, you all that are listening. When someone is one-sided and you've caught them and they tiptoe around you, despite the fact that you've made it known you want nothing to do with them, there's one reason why they do it. And that reason is a future yield of some sort. Hear me out. When a person knows they're one-sided and don't really like you, but there's something about you that can help advance them in the future, they have no shame about constantly cycling around. They have no shame in it. Because so long as they need to meet an objective and you can help them meet that objective, they'll keep coming around and trying to dangle carrots on a string, or they'll go to someone or be around someone that is a mutual friend of yours. I won't go deep into the incident that happened to me late 2022, early 2023, where for months I will just say this. I won't say names in the actual incident I'll just say that somebody for months kept lying and saying they were going to do something, and every time I'd ask them, they said so. But right before we approached got close to the date that I needed that thing done, this person hid behind their kid because they're a single parent, and then gave me a myriad of excuses. So to save face, which I'll never do again, because I know one person sitting there at the time would have made a big deal out of it. I'm like, oh, we can push it back. But when I walked away, I'm like, I don't want nothing from that person anymore. And see, the reason that that person tiptoes around me now, though they'll sit there and act like they don't care, is because the position which I'm in now, which I won't say because I don't want to give too many details, that person knows that they could use my name to elevate to the next level, that I would make an excellent point of reference for that move up. If I know by default you are a one-sided person and you are self-centered and you are fake and you lie to yourself, why would I endorse you for anything? Do people honestly at this point in life, because we all make these mistakes, and don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here overly trying to be critical, but put yourself in my position. Why would I risk what I worked hard for to throw your name in the cap when I know you're one-sided and worry about your own objective? So if we're at work and things get tough, are you just gonna run away and go crawl in a hole and worry about yourself? That's what a one-sided person does. Why? It wasn't about the fact that that person lied for months and didn't keep their bargain about this particular thing. It's about the fact that I was still expected to probably help that person elevate. I'm going to say something before I close. Don't go through life as a quid pro quo type of person. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Sometimes it's good to give to people and don't expect anything returned. Not because it makes you feel good, because it's the humane thing to do. You can get in a stingy mindset when you're just worried about yourself all the time. But when somebody sits in your face and bold-faced lies for months or disappears every time they decide they don't want to keep a bargain or a deal, it's time for you to start questioning those interactions.